Oh shit, here we go. It is Monday. God, what day is it? I lost track of it. It's April 9th. Monday,
Yeah,
April
something like
9th.
that.
And we're back with another episode of The Palaver. Oh, and thank you so much to Squiddly Marie for retweeting the tweet. Thank you so much to Stephanie Bunny for them biddies, bouncing in with them bouncing biddies. And thank you so much to Rock and Rage for the host right off the bat. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day, and I hope you guys all had an amazing weekend. I am joined once again by the best hair North America, my friend, the elite dank Hearthstone player, Frobro. Can we give a big hand for Frobro?
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Hey, Frobro.
Shit.
Long time
How's it
no
going?
see. I haven't talked to you in like, what, 8 hours?
Yeah, man. How's it going? It's been so long.
I know. I hang out on your stream, you pop in on mine, we talk about memes.
That's it. It's a lovely cycle.
It is. If you guys at all if you're here, you might have some interest in the very popular game Hearthstone. Without a doubt, which I am off center here. Let me.
Man, you look so small. What the fuck?
Sorry.
I'm looking at the stream and I'm so much bigger than you. Oh my god, not like this.
Here, I'll move in a little. Is that better?
Yeah, move up. There we go. Even this shit out. I'll move back.
It's all perspective and distance. But you know what? Let me ask you this, Frobro, right off the bat. Let's hit the important questions. How tall of a gentleman are you?
6'3".
Same as me. So we're actually the same height.
Look at that. Easy.
Yeah. You know what's funny is I always get, you're 6'3"? I'm like, a little over actually. I used to be 6'4", but I shrunk down. They're like, you don't look that big on camera. I go, I know, I'm only an inch tall when you look at me on your monitor.
I mean, nobody looks that tall on camera. Like, what? It's not a valid unit of measurement on camera.
Rock and Rage wants to know, how tall are you if you count the fro?
How tall? I don't know, like 6'5".
Shit. There
I have
you
no
go.
idea.
And thank you very much for putting in inches and feet, because I know as a Canadian you guys are metric. You don't go by the law. I'm 1.47 meters.
No, we don't go by meters.
Oh, good.
We use like both. We have a weird concoction of everything. I don't know why. We use pounds. We use kilograms. We use feet. I don't know why. We fucked it up. We done fucked it up. That's all I gotta say.
I've often said that the one thing I love being an American and I love living in the U.S., but the one thing that I hate is that we don't use the metric system pretty much exclusively. But the more I started thinking about it, like I do a lot of home repairs around the house. Like, dude, everything in your house is imperial. Like, I can't go to the store and say I want a 1.2 meter height door. Like,
feels bad.
Yeah, it's like. And then what would that do for the industry? Like, every single industry in America would have to shift over to meet, like...
We're just out of luck. Just gotta wing it, go day by day, hope for the best.
Well, listen, if you aren't following my good buddy Frobro here, definitely worth the follow. He's a great guy, plays Hearthstone. And he's hilarious. He's hilariously funny when he plays. It's
and the stream's always family friendly. We have a very family friendly channel.
I
don't know who's in your family, but it depends.
I mean, my family would have no problem with it, but when you're like, these cocksucking plebs, they can eat my balls.
It all depends on what your definition of family is. There you go.
So for those of you who don't know, who don't follow Hearthstone, Hearthstone releases 3 expansions a year, and every 4 months. And this Thursday is the new expansion, Witchwood. Would you like to talk a little bit about the expansion and what's coming up, and just let our viewers know what if they play Hearthstone at all, what is coming up this Thursday?
So basically, there's a new expansion coming out. Feels good, man. That's about it. It's like the most exciting time, honestly, for most Hearthstone players. When a new expansion comes out, you get new cards, and it's the beginning of a new year, which means some old sets are going to rotate out of the standard format. So that's going to change. It's basically like playing a whole new game, basically, every 3 expansions. So that's kind of cool.
Right. So since 3 expansions come out every year, what they do is every year they rotate out the 3 oldest expansions. So the last 4 months has seen the most cards in the game that you'll ever have because there was a total of 6 expansions that were in the meta.
Yeah.
And since the new year is starting, they're rotating out the 3 oldest expansions. And so the last 3 will be in effect, plus this new one that's coming in. And
yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so we're getting rid of a lot of cards that have just been around for a long time that people hate. Can we say finally, fuck you, Jade Idol?
What do you mean? That card was a perfectly balanced card.
Dude,
I'm really glad I was in the game.
You played so much Jade Druid, though.
Yeah, I mean, I like Jade Druid. It was okay. It's still better than Barnes. 10 out of 10, still better than Barnes.
I mean, when they released Skulking Geist, that was a pretty hard counter to Jade Idol. But I think the meta shifted away. But there was a period where I didn't play for about 3.5 months because it
was the best deck in the game, no question. Yeah, I mean, I knew it was going to happen. I mean, make a card that can summon infinite minions at insane value,
Yeah.
Eventually, the game will be slow enough to just run you over.
And you never run out of cards. It's like, oh, okay, what's this deck's weakness?
Not much.
People who beat you down faster than you can play, I guess. Like, that was it. I mean, wasn't that really the only counter to the really oppressive Jade Druid meta? Yeah,
basically. And then they made Spreading Plague, and that didn't work anymore, and then it's just over. It's just done. I don't know why. I don't know what changed that. I guess people actually learned how to play Geist. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was that, and I think it was that there was some very powerful. There were some very other powerful control tools that came into play, like oh my god, why am I blanking on the Warlock 2-mana removal?
Defile.
Defile, thank you. Yeah,
I got you, bro.
Thank you, dude. It's a constant struggle. It's
all right, man. I got you.
Yeah, but there was a couple more cards that came into the game that just offered a lot more control and removal, and I think that had a lot to do with it too.
Yeah, especially when the game was really when the game finally got to slow down, like when they released Void Lord, when you could actually really slow down the game. But Void Lord's a problem on its own, right? But anyway, once you could slow them down enough and play Geist, usually just won the game.
Yeah,
so that was pretty helpful.
Void Lord. Oh, okay. So let's jump right into that.
All right.
So we talked about the 3 expansions that are rotating out are going to take out a lot of powerful cards. But one of the best decks in the game right now is a deck that is named Voidlock, or Q-Block, and none of those cards are rotating out.
Yeah, no, it loses 3 cards. It's like Mistress of Mixtures.
So what?
This is good, and it loses N'Zoth. But I mean, every deck loses N'Zoth, so it's not really a disadvantage anymore, right? If everyone loses it, it's just an even playing field, right?
I mean, I
think that's it.
My 63% win rate Q-Block doesn't have an N'Zoth in it.
Yeah, so I mean, you don't need it.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I think that might actually be it. Oh no, yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, and on top of that, okay, so it's losing Mistress of Mixtures, but there's several cards that are coming out in the new expansion that are going to be easy swap-ins, from Mistress. I've got the cards up here. You'll have to just give me a minute while I find it.
Oh, that's cool.
But I think it was a rare card that's coming out in the new expansion that's there's your replacement for Mistress of Mixtures. Well, it's not quite the same. It's
still pretty good.
Yeah, still pretty good. Let's see if we can get that card up there. The one I'm specifically talking about is called Rotten Applebaum. So I don't know if you know that card, but it's a 5 mana common neutral, 4/5 taunt minion, and Death Rattle restores 4 health to your hero. I mean, arguably better than Mistress of Mixtures. You can't play it on turn 2.
Yeah.
But 5 mana for a 5/4 already is good. I mean, that's
Yeah, it's not a bad card. I mean, it has taunt.
Yeah.
Priest can't really do anything about it if Priest is playable, which it might be. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. But yeah.
So, I mean, right there, I can easily see people. So, you lose a little bit of tempo, but the fact that you're gaining 4 health and it doesn't heal your opponent,
It's pretty good.
To me, that right there, that's the easy swap in.
Easy swap, yeah. I don't know, man. Like, Warlock already has an insane amount of healing, right? So it's pretty nuts. I mean, they already got enough healing. They might not even need to replace it, honestly, and just play something else.
We could always play your favorite. Wait, is Kaliseth still going to be? Yeah, Kaliseth's going to be around for
still in the game, yeah.
Another year. You've got another year. Kaliseth is your most hated card, I believe, right?
No, not really. Not anymore. You kind of stopped being played, so I guess I kind of... I guess I maybe hated it a bit less, but I never see it anymore.
Well, I mean, the fact of the matter is there's so many good 2-drops in the game. You know, it really is quite a sacrifice to...
Yeah.
You know,
like, you don't... Like, in Warlock, you don't want to lose Defile, right?
Right.
Defile's insane. It just wins you the game.
Well, so my Zulok deck runs Kaliseth. But, man, it is hard to not run any 2-drops.
Yeah, because then you either end up passing or, like, playing a 1-drop.
Yeah.
If you're lucky, you have 2 1-drops, but that usually doesn't happen.
Yeah. Or you just tap, and that, you know, it's like...
Yeah, like tapping's good. Like tapping's insane, but it's like, not when you're trying to build the board. It's good when you're trying to, like, when you run out of cards. But because you can just draw 2 a turn. But yeah, you need that Kaliseth on curve, man. You gotta be a good player. You gotta be good at this game.
I love today when I was watching you. I say today, but it was really like 11 o'clock last night, 12 o'clock last night.
Yeah, it was loud. I streamed during the night. I don't know what my days are either, dude. Just wing it.
Dude, my sleep schedule. So what happened was yesterday, like at 4 o'clock, I laid down to take a nap, and I ended up sleeping for 4 hours. I slept from 4 in the afternoon till 8.
Feels good, man.
Oh, I woke up and I was like, "What day is it? Who am I?"
What year is this? Like the scene from the Terminator.
I was like,
"Where am I? What year is this?"
Like, you ever have that? You just wake up and you're like, "Is it today? Is it yesterday? Like, what day? What is?" Like, and it was 8 o'clock too, so it was dark. Like, I couldn't get my bearings. And then I went to talk to my wife, and she had already left the house to go over to her friends to watch. They watched something on Sunday nights, like Walking Dead or something. I don't know. So there was no one in the house, and I'm like, and the cat's yelling at me for dinner, and I'm like, did she feed the cat? I don't know.
You just wake up and you have no fucking idea what year it is. Like, is Truman still president?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was exactly like that, you know. Oh, hello, Potato. How are you, sir? Yeah, and then I was up way too late watching you.
Yeah, I know. Whenever you're watching me, usually means you're up too late. Whenever I see you, it's in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah, usually I wake up and watch for like an hour, and then you end your stream. You're like, well, I'm gonna wrap up. I'm like, no, I just got here.
Yeah.
I'm like sitting there with my cup of coffee. I'm like, Frobro. And you're
What
like,
a
all right, guys,
lovely start to the day. Oh man, not like this.
I don't know what to tell you. It's like I'm like sitting there and I'm like, waking up with coffee, and then you're like, all right, guys, that's gonna do it for me. I'm like, fuck. Now I have to try to find someone else to watch.
Yeah, feels bad. Yeah, I stream at a weird time, but I mean, I don't know. Nightlife, best life. Can I say?
Yeah, well. So where I was going with this was I was so tired this morning after my wife woke me up right before she left for work, and I got up and used the bathroom, and then immediately was like, fuck this, I'm going back to sleep. So then I went back to sleep for like another 2 hours, and yeah, so I'm really fucked up. Like, I have no idea. It feels like 3 days in the last day and a half. You know what I mean?
No, it's fine. It's just well rested. That's all. It's a weird feeling.
I guess it's better than not getting enough sleep.
You're right.
So let me ask you. You've had a chance to look over all of the cards from the expansion have been announced.
Yep.
Right? Have you had a chance to look over the cards and any that you want to go over, talk about, maybe any that stuck out to you?
I don't know, I guess we could brush over like all the classes in general. I don't know. A
Okay.
couple of them anyway.
I can start if you'd like.
Yeah, go crazy. Why not?
I'm gonna start with the one that I think is to me. I want to talk to you about it because I don't know. Okay,
No, that's
I
fine.
can't decide. Like, part of me bounces back and forth. Is this card overpowered? Is this card weak? What do you think of Splitting Festeroot? It's an 8 mana 4/4 neutral epic card. 8 mana 4/4. Death Rattle splits into 2/2 splitting saplings, which when those die, they split into 2 1/1s.
I mean, it's good if you pull it out with like Silver Vanguard, I think the card's called. The 7 mana 3/3, when it dies, pull an 8-drop out of your deck just for value. There's no N'Zoth anymore, so. Well, we're talking in standard anyway, so it won't be N'Zoth. It's a good card. I mean, what is it, like 10/10 worth of stats when everything pops?
12/12.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
It's
you're right.
12/12 worth of stats for 8 mana, but it's spread out.
It might not work out though. I mean, if there's silence, you just get wrecked.
Well, and on top of that, it's 8 mana to play a 4/4.
Yeah, for 8 mana, you got to do more than just play a 4/4. Unfortunately, it's a good card. I like it, but you get silenced, you feel bad.
And
anything happens to it, you feel bad.
I think silence is going to be key in the coming meta. I think
if they don't do anything to Q block, everyone's going to play like 6 silence cards and hope for the best. It's going to be rough, yeah.
I mean, a lot of these effects that are coming out in this coming expansion are really like Battle Cry, give this minion whatever, or if you have blah blah blah, this minion has blah blah blah. It seems like there's a lot of those types of effects, and anything that's going to be powerful on that note is going to get hard countered by any silence effect, right?
Yeah, that's a problem, right? And I don't know if this can get stolen anymore. Like, can Priest steal it? I guess I can steal it on turn 9 with Kobold and Shadow Priest if they're going to do that. If they're going to play Dragon Priest still, or some sort of Dragon Priest. So yeah, it probably won't work. Potion of Madness is gone.
Yeah.
I think. And Pint-Sized Potion's gone, so it won't be an easy steal, but yeah, I don't think it won't work. There's no way. It's not, at least not in standard.
And there's always Mind Control, but that's assuming this gets played late, and then you want to commit 10 mana to I don't know.
It'd be broken in Arena. I mean, any Arena players out there, it feels pretty good, man.
I think in Arena it's going to be very powerful. I think the big advantage of this card is the stickiness of it.
Yeah.
You can't
just sticks to the board like 3 times.
Yeah, like you kill it, and then you have to kill the other things, and then you have to kill the other things. But again, we come back to the point of, but it's not that hard to kill something with 4 health. And then it's a lot easier to kill something with 2 and 1. Like 2 health and 1 health.
Plus Priest has that new card, Holy Water, where it deals 4 damage and it adds a copy of it to your hand, I think.
Let me pull up Holy Water.
Yeah, no, go crazy.
So people can see what we're talking about. I've got all the cards here. I just have to find them. That's Mage, Paladin, and there it is, Holy Water. So yeah, Holy Water is a 5 mana spell. Deal 4 damage to a minion. If that kills it, add a copy to your hand. So yeah, on turn 8, you play that splitting treant.
Yeah, and then like your opponent silences and plays this, and you just lose.
Yeah,
and it feels bad. Yeah, I like the card, but I don't think it'll see competitive play.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that it's going to be very strong in Arena, but maybe not in Standard. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, maybe the meta's really slow. You can play it, but I don't think so.
I don't know. So, what did you want to just go through the classes and kind of talk about what jumped out at you? Or...
Yeah, sure. Let's just go through the class. Where do you want to start? Druid?
Sure. We'll start with Druid.
So
we're not going to go through all these in an hour. So just any you want to jump out and talk about, go right ahead.
Yeah, no. I mean, we got some hand Druid stuff. I don't know if that's going to work.
Yeah.
You can pull up any card for this, because like half the cards are hand Druid cards. Oh, man.
It does seem weird. So like Witchwood Apple, add 3 treants to your hand. I mean, that's a way to put cards in your hand.
I think someone calculated it, that if you get like Witchwood Apple and maybe 2 Witchwood Apple. I don't remember, but you can play like Mountain Giant on turn 3 if you get like something perfect. But I mean, I guess that's 1 turn earlier than Warlock can get it, but it's like I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Druid.
I don't know. That's a very specific set of circumstances, I think, right?
Yeah. The rest of the hand cards, I mean, I don't know. They don't look too impressive.
I mean, how about Forest Guide? At the end of your turn, both players draw a card. That seems like a real double-edged sword.
Yeah, I mean, anything that gives your opponent cards a bad time, right? Cold Light can be a bad time, but I mean, sometimes the draw's worth it. You were playing like Quest Mage or something, but it's rotating out, so that doesn't really matter anymore, huh?
Yeah. Oh man, how happy are you that Cold Light is getting Hall of Famed?
I'm pretty happy, honestly. Like, I don't know, like mill decks are like the worst decks in the game.
They can be pretty abusive.
Like, just look at it this way: like the idea of a card game is to play your cards, and mill deck wants you to not do that. It literally wants you to not play cards in your card game. Like, yeah, that's not good. that's not what we're looking for.
Well, I think a lot of the problem with most mill decks is you don't realize you're necessarily playing a mill deck until it's too late, and if you're playing a Warlock, you want a pretty full hand.
Yeah.
So you're at 8 cards, and then all of a sudden, oh, here comes that Cold Light, and then he Shadow Steps it back to your hand. You're like, well.
It was a good run. I'm glad I had this deck for this long. Now it's gone. Yeah.
You're kind of out of luck. But yeah, you're right. I'm looking through we've kind of been scrolling through the Druid cards as we've been talking. Just a lot of these cards are just very dependent on Druid having a hand, which is just a weird thing. And I mean, maybe we'll see it continued in the next 2 expansions, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Like you can look at the legendary cards, I guess.
Sure. I've got Duskfallen Aviana up on screen right now.
Unfortunately, I think that one's pretty bad because the advantage for your opponent's too good, right? On each player's turn, the first card played costs 0. So I mean, you play this, and then you pass, and then your opponent gets to play a card for free because it's the first card you played, right? So you don't get the effect right away. So yeah, that's pretty bad. I think it's just too much. Giving your opponent a 0 mana card is just it's just not going to work, unfortunately.
If it said on each player's turn the first card played other than this one, and maybe you could...
Maybe the second card played?
Yeah, it's just very clunky. So,
okay,
let's look at this for 1 second. What's best case scenario here? You play this behind a taunt, so you already have to have a taunt up from turn 4. You play this on turn 5 and end your turn.
And your opponent plays 0 mana Gul'dan and you lose.
Yeah. Or the opponent just plays a Twisting Nether for free, clears your board.
And then you lose. Yeah.
Like,
it's just not happening. I don't know what the idea was behind this.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Feels
bad.
Splintergraft also, the other Druid legendary.
I kind of like this card. This card's kind of interesting. I don't know. Like, you play it with like Stone Tusk Boar. You get that nice juicy charged minion. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, there's that. Or you play it with something with Divine Shield, like a 10/10 with Divine Shield's pretty good.
You play it like Serenite Chain Gang, get 2 10/10s for 10 mana. I mean, it does some cool stuff if you want to just play big minions.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe someone will make a combo out of it. I don't know. Probably not, though.
And Druid does have the ability to play the big minions. They can ramp. Although they are losing some of their ramp.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
but I mean, it's cool. I like it. I don't know if it's good, but I like it.
I think it's definitely better than Aviana. You want to just jump
8/8, pretty good.
You want to just jump to the legendaries from the other classes?
Yeah, sure, if you want.
All right, we'll just hit up the legendaries. So Houndmaster Shaw is the hunter, the first of 2 hunter legendaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your minions have rush. I mean, it's pretty good, except Hunter wants to play like the new odd card, right? There's a Baku.
I don't
know. Moon Eater.
Is it a hunter only card, or are you talking about the legendary?
I'm talking about the neutral legendary that makes your hero power upgraded.
I mean, maybe. I think they're 2 different deck types. So I think, definitely having an upgraded hero, hunter hero power is good. But also you could play Gen Greymane, which we'll get to in a little bit, which just makes your regular hunter power cost 1. There's nothing wrong with that. And then you could
Yeah,
play
that's
on
pretty good.
Mr. Shaw.
I mean, it's a good card. I like it. I feel like Hunter wants to be like. I feel like Hunter might go for Baku though. So they just want to hit the face.
Honestly, I think part of the problem is there's too much of a split in Hunter cards where there's too many good even cards and too many good odd cards, and I don't know if you can make that deck archetype work, just playing one or the other.
Yeah, because the cards weren't made with that in mind, right? Like they were just made to be decent cards on their own.
But you said Hunter wants to go face. That's another problem. Rush doesn't go face.
Yeah, that's also a problem. So this is for more of a, I don't know, controlling deck. I mean, Deathstalker Rexar is really good. So I mean, yeah, it can be really good. So I mean, maybe controlling the board long enough will work.
Here's a question for you while we're on Rush. For those of you who know Hearthstone, Rush is a new mechanic that's coming out in this expansion, and it's charged, but it cannot hit your opponent's face. It can only charge into other minions.
Yeah, so it's like Charged Devil's Sword now.
Yeah.
I guess hopefully they'll change the text eventually, but yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that we're going to see a shift in... Because they don't... Dude, Team 5 doesn't like charge anymore because of all the one-turn kills, right?
Yeah, thank God. No more charge. Stop this madness.
You think we're going to just see a shift from charge, away from charge over to rush?
I don't know. I think we're seeing a lot of it this expansion, but that's probably because they want to... I guess they want to transition over. I don't think we'll see that many either way from now on. I don't think. Maybe, but I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised if they just slowly moved away from charge and just minions just had rush from here on out.
Yeah, just like Leroy's good enough. Like just it's done. We don't need any more charge minions.
And then the other Hunter Legendary, which in my opinion is total fucking crap, Emrys. Come on, man.
I never seen a Hunter game go to turn 10 before, so that'd be a new experience for me. They either win or they lose by turn 10, so it's like, yeah.
Yeah, like what are you gonna? You're gonna double the health and attack of all the minions in your hand only, not even in your hand-to-hand deck. If it was hand-to-hand
Hunter
deck,
doesn't even have any card draw. It's like you never have any cards in your hand anyway.
Yeah,
that's bad. Yeah,
I don't quite get it. And again, maybe there's a factor there that there's something I'm not seeing. It's one of the hardest parts about predicting at this stage of the game is because of the rotation. The meta changes so drastically.
Yeah, you have no idea what's going to be played.
Like when I saw the Rogue weapon card, Kingsbane, I was always like, "Oh, Kingsbane, that card's going to suck." Weapon Rogue has never worked, and it never has. But I don't know.
Times change, I guess.
Yeah. I want to take a quick stop from the legendaries and look at Book of Specters.
Oh no, let's talk about some Zoom Mage. Yeah, Zoom Mage, easy.
Draw 3 cards, discard any spell drawn. Dude, not even Spell Mage. Think about Tempo Mage. Tempo Mage has a decent number of creatures. I mean, if your deck is a third creatures, it's a 2-mana cycle for 1 creature, and you just throw away 2 spells, right?
Yeah, I like the idea of like an elemental minion-based mage. It feels a lot better than having them fireball my face 3 times and I lose.
Yeah.
So that's always nice. Yeah, I mean, I like it because they made this new elemental over here, Bonfire Elemental, which is pretty cool.
I can scroll up to that one if you want. Bonfire Elemental. Yeah, we might see a resurgence of. I'm not gonna lie. I am very heavily thinking about doing an Elemental Mage deck. I'm gonna have to craft. Jaina.
Yeah, Jaina's pretty insane.
Yeah,
I like it. I don't know. If you played an elemental last turn, draw a card. Easy. Just draw all the cards, win the game.
Yeah. Obviously, in an elemental deck, great card. Not in an elemental deck, garbage.
Yeah.
Right? But
feels bad.
Back to Book of Specters for a second there, though. I think that this card is going to be one of those ones you really have to watch because I think that it's very easy to discount that card, but being able to thin out your deck by 3 cards is a pretty significant thing.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Even if they don't go in your hand, just burning through 3 cards, can really help a lot.
Yeah, especially if you're not using a spell-based combo.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it can be insane. I like it.
Yeah, I just wanted to stop on that one. I thought that was one that was definitely worth looking at.
Yeah, no, it's definitely cool. I like it.
Now you play a lot of Wild, so how do you feel about Toki Time Tinkerer?
I'm triggered. I'm gonna have to play against Barnes again, and fucking Yogg-Saron for the rest of my existence. Oh man, no, that's fine. I mean, they'll get like something bad. They'll get like patches, and they'll be fine
Yeah,
most of the time anyway.
if you really objectively look at all of the legendary cards in the game, so Toki Time Tinkerer will only add cards that are not in the standard format, is what I understand.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah, you won't be able to get like Leroy off of this because Leroy will still be standard.
Yeah.
But if you look at the legendary cards that will be rotating out of standard, dude, there's a lot of garbage legendaries.
Yeah, there's a lot of garbage legendaries these days. There's been a lot of garbage legendaries for a long time. They started making like weaker ones. Like the first couple sets, they were pretty insane, right? It was like Sneed's old Shredder and like, yeah. Mechaneer Thermoplug. They're all beefy, right? And they started making like ones like patches and Sergeant Sally, which never really did anything.
Sergeant Sally is potentially good, but never. It's too like you have to put too much resources into Sally.
Yeah. And they rotated out power overwhelming, so that didn't help.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem was people were saying, "Oh, all these must-have cards are all legendary," right?
Yeah.
And so what they did is they said, "Okay, we're just gonna make legendary cards interesting and fun instead."
Yeah.
I don't think Toki Time Tinkerer is going to be a giant, a giant change.
No, it might spawn some memes, but that's about it. Yeah. There'll be one guy who gets like Ragnaros and wins the game, but other than that, it'll be all right.
I think so too. Archmage Argyle is interesting. Whenever you draw a minion, add a copy of it to your hand.
I like it. It's like Chromagus. You just 4 mana, just get all the minions, play like this and Book of Specters, and you just farm.
Yes, exactly.
Like
that's why I wanted to stop on Book of Specters, because if you are doing an elemental mage, this is a natural fit in with it. Hell, even turn 4, if you can drop this in Book of Specters and you get, dude, again, if you just get one card and then the other
just fills your hand, it's good. Yeah,
I think it's pretty good.
I like it.
Let me see if there's anything in Paladin I wanted to talk about. The only non-legendary is Sound the Bells. 2 mana Echo. Give him.
Quest Paladin, easy. Pretty good.
The only problem is the Quest Paladin reward sucks. Galvadon sucks.
Galvadon's pretty bad. Like feels bad, man. I don't think that dream will ever be realized.
No. You know what's funny is someone predicted this card on Hearthstone. They were like, predict a card, and it was right after the very first Echo card played.
Yeah.
Someone said 2 mana Paladin card, Echo, give a minion +2/+1.
Easy.
So they had it almost
close.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, the Paladin legendaries are pretty bad, I think. I don't know.
So the first one is Glass Knight. Whenever you restore health, gain Divine Shield.
A 4 mana 4/3 with Divine Shield, like you have to heal every turn. It's not like your priest where it's no problem, it just comes naturally. Like you're not gonna play Holy Light and just get a Divine Shield on your shitty minion. Yeah, just no. It's bad.
What's the one? I think isn't Tauren Bartender part of Gadgetzan, so that's rotating out, right?
Is Friendly Bartender? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that makes sense. Right?
Friendly Bartender, thank you. I think that was Gadgetzan, so that'll be rotating out. Because my first thought was like, oh well, you get Friendly Bartender, and I'm like, oh no, that's rotating out, so you won't have that.
No more Friendly Bartender feels bad. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. And it's not like there's cards in this expansion that really support this.
Yeah. It was like that 1 3 mana 2/4. I don't remember what it's called. It heals for 3 at the end of your turns. I mean, that works, but it's like that's not good enough, I don't think.
Is that
I have no idea what it's called. Yeah, it's a Paladin class card.
Sorry, don't mind me, guys. I'm just scrolling through this. Well, no, it's not in this expansion, but...
it was from the last one, I think.
Oh, okay. Prince Liam, Battlecry, 5 mana, 5/5 legendary. Battlecry, transform all 1-cost cards in your deck into legendary minions.
I don't know. I don't see why. I guess if you're playing like Secret Paladin somehow, and like you don't want to draw secrets anymore, I don't know. I guess you can play it, but yeah, it's pretty bad.
I cannot think of a single reason to play this card.
Yeah, that was about it. That's all I got. I was just winging it. I don't know. Yeah, it's like you're playing Secret Paladin and your secrets are bad and you don't want them anymore, and you just play this and then hope you don't get like patches or Millhouse Mana Storm. And hope for the best. Nah, that's bad.
Like, I literally have shook my head on this one a dozen times going, there's something, right? There's something there. But fuck me if I can figure out what it is.
Nah, it's definitely nothing in here.
Do you load your deck up with 1-cost cards in the hopes that you draw this early and then like I don't get it. I'm missing something. I feel like I'm missing something. And then
yeah, I don't know.
Like, you can't build a deck that has 1 cost in it and then get rid of those cards. Like, if you're playing Dude Pally, right?
Yeah.
Dude Pally needs its 1-cost spells.
Yeah, it's just not gonna do anything, I don't think.
Yeah.
You can't pull it with Called Arms, that means it's unplayable, right? Called Arms insane.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Alright, moving on to Priest. We're going right to the Priest legendary Lady in White. A lot of people losing their shit over this card, and I don't know why.
It's a cool idea, right? You play like a lot. You play like big cards, like Spectral, like that some of the neutral cards we got that have high health.
Yeah, but like, a lot of the new cards are like really only have 4 health, and then it's like gains additional if.
Yeah, like the Witchwood Grizzly, 4 mana, 3/12. And then there's one filler card. Unpowered Steambot, 4 mana, 0/9. So I mean, I guess people want to live the dream, but it's like you have to actually draw it, right?
And you have to
actually draw it and play it, and hope you don't draw your other useless cards.
And survive until turn 6. Yeah. And it's only minions that are in your deck. So if you draw 4 of those cards, they're fucking useless cards.
Yeah, if you play like Mogushin Warden and he's feels bad.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, Shiki says, yo, this man's hair is the best hair ever. Yes! Shiki, this is Frobro.
Undisputed.
Undisputed. Best hair North America. No, we're not talking about Minion Masters. We are talking about Hearthstone. There's not a big Hearthstone following in the Prepper Nerds, unfortunately.
No, that's fine.
That's why, dude, honestly, I had to stop streaming Hearthstone. I'm going to stream it on Friday because of the expansion.
Yeah.
But I had to stop streaming it. It's like no one wants to watch it. If they want to watch Hearthstone, they go watch Dog or Thiz or whoever. They don't want to watch me play Hearthstone. Shiki says that face when I kind of want to get into Hearthstone because of Minion Masters. Hey, it's free to play. I can send you a friend code, and you can do. There's a game mode called Dungeon Run. You can play that free, and then if you ever decide you want to start playing it competitively, you can do that.
Yeah, pretty good.
That's one of my favorite things about the last expansion, actually, is the Dungeon Run just lets you play just for the love of playing and not all the bullshit.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So what we're doing is we are going through and just looking at the legendaries from the expansion, which is coming out on Thursday. And we've gotten to Chameleos, which is possibly my favorite card that I've seen in the entire expansion.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool card. I mean, yeah, it's a cool card. I like it, but I don't know how useful it is, right? So whenever I play against someone on ladder, like they play one card, and it's like, oh, I know what he's playing. Feels bad.
That's true, but you figure you hold this in your hand, and every turn it's going to transform, right?
Yeah.
So depending on how good your memory is, so it's not good for me because I've got goldfish memory, but if you've got a good memory,
yeah,
you can pretty much at some point know exactly what he has in his hand.
Yeah, and eventually it might give you something good, right? So give you something you can actually play.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. I don't know. I'll probably play it.
I just think that in a priest deck, I would like to see more of this type of effect. More of this type of effect that... Okay, so you were streaming last night, and you were saying how you love Defile because it's a high-skill card.
Yeah.
And you want there to be more high-skill cards that create a greater value for people who play with skill.
Yeah.
I feel like that's exactly what this is.
Yeah, it's pretty close. I mean, you just leave it. You don't even have to play it, right? You just wait, just see what your opponent has at all times, at least one of their cards, right? And then
Yeah.
they don't play it, and you just basically find out what their whole hand is eventually. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to Rogue, which is just very meh.
Pirates,
let's
bro.
stop on
All the
Spectral
pirates.
Cutlass for a second. Why would you
Okay.
ever play this?
Whenever you play a card from another class, gain 1 durability. Memes, bro. Whenever you steal a card from another class, it's obviously for the memes. The archetype has never worked. It just doesn't work. If it does work, it just, I don't know. I'll be amazed. That's all I gotta say.
Kingsbane is an amazing legendary weapon, and it makes the weapon rogue somewhat viable. Somewhat viable. This card's garbage. I don't get it. Oh, good. You can attack again.
Yeah. It's got lifesteal, though. Come on, bro.
Woo! You know what would be better than that? Playing Leeching Poison on your Kingsbane. Once.
You're right.
Ever.
You're right.
And let's not forget, too, with the card rotation, we're losing cards like Swashbuckler.
Yeah. So... Yeah, I don't know. It's just a bad archetype. I don't know why they do this. Blizz, please.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
No. So we are moving on to Face Collector.
I like it. It's greedy, and it probably won't see play, but I like it.
I think it's a fun card, right?
Yeah, you play it on like turn 10, you get like 3 random legendaries, and you hope for the best, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's a feels good card, you know? It's not good, but it feels good.
Or even, you play it late in the game, you play it twice, and then you shadow step it back to your hand.
Easy, yeah.
I think it could be a fun meme card, but not especially powerful, right?
Yeah, especially with some of these legendaries, am I right?
Oof, God. John Coffin does bring a point. Good arena card. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty insane arena card. You play this on turn 10, you just win.
Yeah.
Getting
Getting multiple. So that's one of the interesting things about Echo. It really seems like it's going to have a big impact on arena more than standard, right?
Yeah, unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's not unfortunate, but yeah.
All right.
Oh God, not like this.
Tess Greymane. Not
like this, dude.
Not Yogg Saron. I don't know. What do you want to call Tess Greymane?
I don't know. Small Saron. I don't know. Replace every card from the class you played this game, or replay every card.
Yeah.
So bad. Like, I don't know. Like, why? Stealing cards from your opponent's class and playing them just doesn't work. Usually you steal like trash cards.
And its targets are chosen randomly, so if you steal a fireball and then you play this, it could just fireball her right in the face, and then she got like
over.
Like, I don't know. I think
I'm assuming this doesn't stop when it dies, like Yogg Saron. Just because it's much, much worse. But
maybe that
I'm
might
assuming
be
it
true.
doesn't. I'm assuming they know how bad, like rough it is. I don't think it dies. I think it just everything goes off and it just hopes for the best.
Maybe. I think the other thing too that is worth pointing out is it says card, not spell, so it would resummon minions.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe if you're playing a rogue that steals from the other classes, you can choose minions and.
Yeah, maybe if you steal like a few good priest cards, I don't know. You get like a couple eternal servitudes, just revive some minions. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's again, I think that it's interesting, but not necessarily good.
Just bless RNG and hope for the best.
Yeah. I wanted to stop at Shaman spell, Shaman Beast, Witch's Apprentice. 1 mana, 0/1 taunt, battle cry, add a random Shaman spell to your hand. The reason I want to do this is it seems like the sort of deck archetype they're pushing for Shaman in this is like, play things and get spells, play spells and get things.
Yeah, it's like minion Shaman, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I think it'll be pretty cool. I'll try it out. Fuck it. Why not, right?
Yeah, I think that's going to be an interesting one. And I think that for a common 1-drop, this is an easy include in most Shaman decks.
Yeah, I mean, just play it. It's got a taunt. Gives you a spell. Hope it spells good. Easy.
Yeah. Shaman has some good spells. It's got some shit spells, but it's got some good spells. So I think that's kind of interesting. I can skip over most of the rest of these, like, because they're just, whatever.
Yeah, I'll look. Yeah, most of these are. Yeah.
Like, whatever. Hagatha the Witch. So we see our first hero card outside of Knights of the Frozen Throne. So you play this and it transforms your shaman into Hagatha the Witch. And when you play it, it deals 3 damage to all minions on the board. You gain 5 armor, and it changes your hero power. And your hero power is...
Whenever you summon a minion, add a random spell to your hand. It's a passive.
Yeah, it's passive. So every time you play a minion after that...
this might actually make Minion Shaman insane, right?
Yeah.
It could. I mean, it has the built-in Hellfire, so you clear their board. And you just play random minions and just get spells. And
we're losing calling the finishers, but... there's a couple of cards that summon multiple creatures, and
yeah,
I assume that if you play Doppelgangster, you get 2 spells, right? Because you're
summoning pretty
2
cool,
minions, right?
I think it might work. To be honest, I think it might just make it.
Yeah,
just play a deck full of minions. I think they might be pushing minion combat more now, which is kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think it's an interesting card. I think Hagatha the Witch goes in as one of the legendaries from this set that might be, actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Unlike, however, the other Shaman legendary. Dude, this is all you, man. I don't even know what to say here.
Repeat all the battle cries from cards you played this game. Targets are chosen randomly, so it's just bad, right? What are you supposed to do? Oh no. Like, you just can't do anything. If you play, like, I don't know, like Flame Elemental, and you hit your opponent for 3, like then you play this and they can hit you for 3 and you just feel bad. So it's like, or hit your minions. It's just no more Yogg-Saron effects, please. I can't cope.
Dude, it's 9 mana.
My blood pressure can't handle these effects. Okay.
Like 9 mana?
Oh man.
I don't know. I think that's absolutely trash.
Abort run. Next class.
Going on to Warlock, which I actually like the legendaries in the Warlock class.
Yeah, they're pretty nuts.
So the first one is Glinda Crowskin. Minions in your hand have Echo. So Warlock's got some really decent, inexpensive drops, right?
Yeah.
So being able to play them multiple times, and Glinda has 7 health, so that's pretty beefy for a 6-drop.
If they don't nerf Sea Witch, this will actually break the game.
Explain,
in Wild,
please.
if they don't nerf Sea Witch, this will actually just break the game. Because you just wait till like turn 10, you play like this and Sea Witch, and then you just play like 1 Molten Giant and fill the board. Or 1 Giant, you just fill the board. So hopefully they change Naga Sea Witch. For anyone who doesn't play Wild, yeah, it basically just makes you fill the board with giants on turn 5. You play it, and then all your giants cost 0 if the conditions are met, and then you just fill the board with like 30 worth of stats on turn 5.
Yeah, that's pretty gross.
So yeah, that's a good Wild meme. I mean, it might work in Standard too if it sticks. Oh my god, if it sticks, you're gonna have a bad time. It's gonna play like double Void Lord and just shit on you.
Oh my god.
Or not double Void Lord, like double Doomguard or something stupid.
I mean, now here's another question. Do you know? So I believe the way the Echo mechanic works is the card is played, so it leaves your hand. Any battle cries or any effects or whatever go. The card hits the board, summons the minion, then it resolves all effects. Then the Echo copy gets put back in your hand. So let's say you played this on 6. Let's say you played this on turn 9. And the only card you had left was Doomguard. You could double Doomguard, right?
I think so. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. I think everything resolves first.
Yeah. I don't think that you would discard the echoed card that you're trying to play.
The only thing I can compare it to is like the Rogue Death Knight, where it gives you the Shadow Essence card. Mm-hmm. But that's actually a card in your hand when you start, right? When your turn starts. So as soon as you play the minion, it copies it, right? So it's actually a card in your hand.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm assuming that's how it works. It makes sense, right?
We'll have to play around with it. Now
Echo's kind of like a battle cry, right? So it'll happen after, or I guess.
But I think the way Echo works is you
play the card, it resolves everything, and then
this is all. The only thing I'm basing that on is some of the videos I've seen of Echo cards being played. It looks like the Echo mechanic triggers after everything else is done. You get a card in your hand. Is what I've seen.
Yeah.
But we've got about 10 or 11 minutes left, so I want to kind of keep cycling through these. We
That's
come to
fine.
what I think might be the best card in the entire expansion, Lord Godfrey.
Pretty good. It's
Yeah.
pretty good. Look at that defile extra thick.
And
Oh man.
it doesn't hit Lord Godfrey.
It's
I
pretty
mean,
good. Yeah, it's like Flame Strike, but it has a 4/4 in it. It's pretty good.
it is. You were talking about skill-based cards. You
This is
know?
definitely not a skill-based card.
No, you don't think so? I think there's
Uh,
definitely still some skill involved there.
Nah, there's some skill in it. I'm just being a pleb.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good card. I mean, it's a defile with spell power. Like that's insane. And yeah, it comes with a 4/4.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
that's like, so you clear the board and you still have something on the board at the very least.
yeah, like if any minion dies, like it doesn't have to die in any other way. It just has to die. So we have a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5 health minion. It's all gone.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't even matter. A 2, a 4, a 6, they're all gone. Like it's pretty insane. Yeah.
Yep.
I like it. I think it's good enough.
And it's worth pointing out, turn 8, still have the Spectral Steed. No, what's it called? Bone Mare that you can throw on it.
There you go.
There you go. You got 8/8 taunt on turn 8.
The synergy, it's unreal.
So there you go.
Too good.
Moving on to Warrior. Oh God, just garbage in Warrior.
Yeah, they want you to rush things. I don't think it's gonna work.
Yeah. I just Darius Crowley, 5 mana, 4/4 with rush, and whenever it kills a minion, gain +2/+2.
So it's like Boogie Monster with rush. I mean, they saw Boogie Monster was garbage, so they wanted to see if they could actually get it to do something. I don't think it'll see play. Too much. I don't know. It's not good enough.
You know what this card needs? Honestly, you know what Darius Crowley needs? Wind Fury.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe it can do something. Kill a couple minions, get nice and beefy.
Yeah. If it had Wind Fury, if you could rush and take down, like, let's just say you're playing against a Warlock and take down his Void Walker, right?
Yeah.
Take down his Void Walker and then smash his face for 6.
Yeah, it's unfortunately bad.
But
unfortunately.
Again, that's if it had Wind Fury, which it doesn't. So
yeah.
So instead, it just kills something and then it gets removed.
Yeah.
And again,
I mean, you can buff it, but it's like.
And again, we also run into the problem of silences are going to be a thing in this meta.
Yeah, silence is a thing. It's just I don't see it working out. It only gets 1 attack in. Has to trade into something to get buffed, which means it loses some health at some point.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty bad. I guess we'll just yeah.
Now here's one we disagree on. You think Black Howl Gunspire is garbage? I think there's potential there.
I think it's pretty bad. I like the flavor of it though, because I mean it's a structure, so it can't attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like it can't attack, but it does damage. Like I like the idea. I like the flavor, right? Like it takes damage, and what the hell are you gonna do? You're gonna shoot back, right? So it deals 3 damage. I like how they design the card, but yeah, I don't know. Like how many whirlwinds do you need to actually? Maybe you can meme. You can like faceless this a couple times.
Well, how about this? You know, you just throw this out and then throw taunt on it. You know, throw an Eldor, not Eldor Peacekeeper. Is it Eldor Peacekeeper? Whatever, the card that gives other cards taunt.
Oh, Sun Fury Protector.
Sun Fury Protector. Thank you. You know.
Yeah, if you want to stop an aggressive deck, you could probably do that.
I think the biggest problem with it is 7 mana means it's pretty prohibitively expensive to play.
For a 3/8, maybe if it naturally had taunt, it'd be good. Then it might be too good.
Like, what if it was, again, this is what ifs, but what if it was like 6 mana, 0/8 with taunt and that effect?
It'd probably be more playable, yeah.
Yeah.
Cheaper, you could probably do some more combos with it. Like, yeah. I mean, it has 3 attack and it can't attack anyway.
Yeah.
Like, it's so bad.
Yeah.
You silence it and it loses the effect. It can attack, but it loses the effect. Like, at least with Ancient Watcher, you silenced it because it didn't have anything on it anyway. And then you can attack with it.
I think it's an interesting card. I don't think it's a bad card, and I think
as I said, I like the flavor of it. You know, can't attack. It's a structure. It shoots cannons and shit.
All right, and we're finally into the neutral. So we start with Azalina Soul Thief. Replace your hand with a copy of your opponent's.
Just top fiery memes, bro. You just gotta embrace the memes. 7-mana 3/3, just concede. Yeah. Maybe if your deck's really bad.
Yeah. Moving on.
It doesn't even swap the hands, it just replaces yours. So I guess it doesn't matter.
Moving on, Baku Moonsailor. So this is one of the cards that everyone's been talking about. At the start of your game, before anyone does anything, if your deck only has odd cards,
I kind of like this card.
Upgrade your hero power. I like it, but I don't know.
I think it might actually see some play. You can play like Taunt Warrior with this.
Mm-hmm.
There's like the quest and like all the good taunt minions are odd cost, like Stonehill and Tar Creeper. You can play War Axe. You can play Shield Slam.
Yeah.
And this effect happens at the beginning of the game, right? Like you don't actually have to draw this shit.
No, you never have to draw it.
So that's a plus. That's like that's really good, right? Unlike Raza and like other effects, you have to actually draw the card, or Lady in White, you have to draw it and play it. This card just happens right away.
I like that. I think it's interesting. I think you're going to see a lot of people trying to make this card and the next card work. I don't know how effective it's going to be, though.
I don't know either, but I mean, playing Warrior and getting 4 armor returns pretty good.
Yeah, or playing Hunter and getting
3 damage in a turn.
I thought it was 4. Oh no, you're right. It is 3.
No, it's 3.
Yeah, you're right. The next one, Gen Greymane, instead of odd cards, even cards. It doesn't upgrade your hero power, but it makes your hero power cost only 1 mana instead of 2. And 0 cost cards count as even because
I don't really think this one's as impressive. I don't know. Is a 1 mana hero power worth making your deck worse? I'm assuming it's worse. Not really. I mean, at least the upgraded hero power, it does something, better. Whereas the cheaper hero power is just like, well, you're going to use that to fill in the mana you don't spend because you only have even cost cards anyway.
Yeah,
it's like, I don't think Gen's going to see play. I think Baku will see some play, but I don't think Gen will be good enough.
I think Gen might see some play in very, very specific types of decks.
Actually, never mind. I thought about playing like, kind of like Raza Priest, but just play with this and like Anduin and you start pinging things for 1 mana. Because the hero power is actually surprisingly still good for 2 mana. You can still mow people down with it. So I mean, maybe this and Anduin will carry you to victory. Play this and Mind Blast and just hit face. But
all right,
that's all I could think of.
Moving on to Dollmaster Dorian. Whenever you draw a minion, summon a 1/1 copy of it.
It could do some cool stuff that I can't think of at the moment. I don't know.
Yeah.
What would you play this with though?
Well, I think the idea here is you play a heavy Death Rattle deck, maybe.
That could work, and you just get them easy.
Yeah. All right.
Maybe you draw a minion, summon a 1/1 copy, summon. So that works with Priest Quest, I guess.
Maybe. Or we were talking before about elementals, like Elemental Mage. You might be able to put this in there. With the other draw effect from the what was it, Spectre's Tome? There's some potential there.
Yeah, I mean, it might do something insane. I just don't know it yet, right? So it'd be pretty interesting to see if someone makes that work.
I think it's definitely an interesting legendary. So let's get to our last legendary, and then we'll wrap things up here.
This legendary, it's so good. I don't know if it's actually good, but
Countess Ashmore, Battlecry, draw a Rush, Lifesteal, Death Rattle card. So people are calling this the budget curator.
Dude, it's like extra thick curator. Oh man,
it's not though, because it doesn't have taunt.
It doesn't have taunt, but I mean, it still draws 3 cards. I think the main thing you just want to draw 3 cards, right? I don't know how good this is though, because a Rush, Lifesteal, and Death Rattle card. But you gotta realize they're not minions though; they can be any card. Like this can draw like a Lifesteal weapon or some crazy shit.
I suppose. I think the big value of Curator though is because it costs so much mana. You're pretty much playing it on curve, and then that's your turn, and at least you've got a taunt minion to slow down your opponent's next turn.
Yeah, I mean, at least this has 2 more attack. I mean, I guess that's a plus.
Yeah, but if you're contesting for the board and you play this, you've lost your turn in essence.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas the Curator
has better stats, but yeah, I don't know.
You're throwing. I think that's the biggest flaw in this is just the fact that it doesn't have taunt. It loses Curator's taunt ability.
Yeah. Plus, I don't know. None of the Rush cards have really impressed me. The Lifesteal cards. I don't know.
I mean, there's some decent Lifesteal and there's some very, very good Death Rattle cards. But yeah overall, I don't know. I don't know. I think we were talking about this before we started the stream. Overall, my feeling about this entire expansion is just kind of meh.
Yeah, no, I think they're definitely taking it easy. Like they're definitely calming it down because this is going to be the expansion that's in standard the longest. Like it's going to be there for the full 2 years.
Yeah.
So I think they might just be pulling back a little bit, just taking it easy on this one. Maybe some more synergies will come up later, but at the moment they're just gonna take it slow.
Right.
No more insane power creep.
Yeah, it just the whole and you know what though? Maybe that's what Hearthstone needs. Maybe we need to just take a step back and just spend an expansion or two just with mediocre cards. They're not necessarily bad, but
does that mean if every expansion we just keep making better and more impressive cards, the game will just turn into like OTK garbage? Everything's insane.
Yeah, it's like how long can we do it for? How long can we just keep going with the same overpowered? Coyote said, did someone say mediocre? Yeah,
Dr. Boom.
I don't know. How many Dr. Brooms can you have? How many Sylvanuses and Ragnaroses and Leroys, 3 nerf Leroys can you have?
Hopefully no more. I don't know. I'll take it. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh. Well, listen, man, we got to wrap things up here. It has been an amazing hour. It just flew by. Thank you so much for coming and filling in and
thanks for having me, man.
Your beautiful genius brain that knows so much about Hearthstone.
No, man.
I really appreciate it, and I think you know how much I love you, and I love watching your show that you do most nights. So you're Eastern Standard Time zone, but you start usually like around 11 or midnight, right?
Yeah, it's like anywhere from like midnight to 2 a.m. I start, which is it's pretty insane, but that's how we roll.
Hey,
if you need someone to watch in the middle of the night when you're all alone,
And you can tune into Frobro. That's xxfrobro45xx. Same name as on Twitter and on the Twitch, and I think everywhere, pretty much, right?
Yeah, basically everywhere. Just easy.
All right, man. Thank you so much, and to everyone else for tuning in. Thank you. I know not Hearthstone isn't everyone's cup of tea, but stick around for just a minute. We're gonna go ahead and throw a host over to someone else in our community, in one of my communities, and we're gonna get on out of here. My normal stream resumes tomorrow, 11 o'clock Eastern. And Frobro, are you streaming tonight?
Yeah, I'll be on tonight about probably around 1 or 2 in the morning. So if anyone wants to check that out, you know where to find me.
Well, I'll see you when I wake up and you're getting ready to wrap up.
I'll see you in the morning, man. When you have that, it's always a nice way to start off your day,
Yeah. All right, man. Have a good one. And to everyone else, oh, you know what? Jesus Christ, I almost forgot how to end the fucking stream. Frobro, last word goes to you.
Well, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later. I don't know. It's good enough. Fuck it, let's go. Run.
Fuck it, let's go. Bye-bye, everyone.
See ya.
Rev is logging out of the system. Please stand by for a raid on another Twitch streamer. Establishing connection now. Please hold.
I like it. I like it.